you're new here, my name is Diamond Alexis, and if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. All right, let's go ahead and get into the how-to and benefits of using Aztec healing clay on your natural hair. So first, let's get into what you will need. You will need actual Aztec healing clay, apple cider vinegar, a plastic spoon, and a bowl. The reason you need a plastic spoon is because if it's metal, it'll activate inside of the clay mask and it will reduce its effectiveness, and you don't want that. So you want to go ahead and get a plastic spoon, something that you don't care about, and make sure you mix the products together. So what I like to do is start off with the mask and then pour a little as I go of the apple cider vinegar. I'm aiming for equal parts of the apple cider vinegar and the clay mask to get this smooth consistency, because I don't like when it's too loose. It gets very messy, it gets everywhere. You will have like green clay everywhere if it's too loose, and if it's too thick, it'll be hard to blend onto your hair, right? It won't glide as easily, things like that. So some of the benefits are that it clarifies your hair, it has curl definition, and it is good for moisture retention, and it also enhances the shine of your hair. So I like this clay mask because it can be done 1 to 2 times. So although it is, I would consider a high maintenance mask, because of the simple fact that you can't just take a jar and grab it out. You have to literally do the work and make the mask. It does replace your shampoo because it is so clarifying and it cleans really well. I like to think of this like a science project. You have to do a little bit of mixing and matching and things like that to make sure everything is right. The consistency should look just like this. It should be smooth, it should be lump free, it shouldn't be too thin or too thick. It will be easily able to distribute, and it won't be as messy as either of the two options that I stated before. Your spoon should glide through and still have some sort of thickness. If you feel like it's a little bit too thick, go ahead and add some more, but you want equal parts of each, and your consistency will come out right if you do this. I don't have measurements, like exact measurements, but it's kind of like a feel type of thing. And it also depends on the length and thickness of your hair as well. Your hair will be smooth immediately after you wash this mask out, which is another thing that I love about it. Because of the fact that it is so clarifying, I would think that it would dry your hair out, but no, it literally leaves your hair smooth and clean, and you can deep condition after it. I like to condition or deep condition after it, but it is literally a good shampoo replacer. Now let's get into how I apply it. So this is the clay mask in the bowl. I go ahead and separate my hair into small sections. You can even do medium sections, and I think that's what I did in this video. The point of saying small sections is so that you don't literally take a big chunk of your hair and think that it's evenly distributed. No, you still want to treat this like how you would style your hair in like a wash and go, or a twist out, which is you evenly distributing the product onto those strands of hair. You want to literally see the greenish white cast that this clay mask will leave on your hair. You want to see that almost everywhere, as much as you can and as much as possible. Now, let's talk about whether this should be used on clean hair or already like dirty hair, or a product is already on your hair, things like that, however you would like to describe it. Since this is a clarifying mask, you don't necessarily have to shampoo or clean your hair before. You can just go straight in. I would strongly advise you to, whatever your hair is looking like, go in with the clay mask. Since it replaces your shampoo, just be mindful if you do decide to clean your hair beforehand that your hair will end up dry instead of the benefits that the clay mask has. It is clarifying, it replaces shampoo. So I wouldn't double up on the shampoo. I just strongly would not recommend that, just because it can dry your hair out. Now, one thing I like to do is dampen my hair. It will help the mask slide more evenly down the hair strands. As you can see, I have a medium section and my hair is thick. I'm making sure to dampen from the roots to the ends of my hair evenly, and not drench wet, but just nice and damp. I'd start detangling from the ends and work my way up to the roots, and then I'm going to apply the mask from the roots down to the ends. And as you can see, it is sliding off almost like a creamy leave-in conditioner. That's what you want. You want the consistency smooth and creamy, lump free, able to be picked up without it spilling out of your fingertips, things like that. That's the consistency you're looking for. And then when I was stating you wanted to coat your hair, it will literally coat like this. You will see a greenish, whitish type of tint on your hair, and you want to make sure to break those sections in between and make sure that it's in that middle part of your hair as well, on the top, on the bottom, side to side, everywhere, because that's how you're going to get your curl definition and a good even clean. Look at the difference between when my hair is applied with the mask versus nothing. Do you see how much definition and elongation I'm getting from this mask? I love doing this mask every 1 to 2 times a month because it helps with definition and length retention, in my opinion, and keeping that moisture in. If your curls are ever screaming, not doing well, they're frizzy, they're dry, do this. Do a protein treatment or do the Aztec healing clay treatment, and I promise you your curls will be back to life. Like, there's no hair type that has not benefited from the Aztec healing clay mask, like, ever. As you can see, the more you put on, the more it will coat your hair. I was at the top, so I was trying to use the rest, but I will go through and apply more throughout the rest of my hair. This step is pretty repetitive, so I'll let you guys see what all I'm doing, but this is pretty much what I do, and I really work the product in, y'all. If you want the best results, you have to do the work, and you need to work it all the way in from the roots to the tips. But I will see y'all in the next few clips. So after applying this mask all over my hair, this is how it looks. I'm going to leave this in for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. You can leave it in a little longer if you want to, but I always do a good 20 to 30 minutes because once the mask starts to dry down during that process, it gets cold and it gets hard and then it starts to flake. So I like that good medium where it just got hard or dried down and it's not too much to the point where it wants to flake, so I'm not flaking around the house. I go to the shower, I go ahead and rinse it off, and I use warm water. I would even say lukewarm water, not too warm, but like right in the middle, to go ahead and rinse this off. You want to make sure you get in there really, really good, because if you're not like you're not supposed to shampoo after this. You don't want any of those clay pieces stuck in there because I can imagine that will be damaging. But look at my hair as I'm rinsing it off. It looks so good, and y'all, if y'all could feel it, it is so soft. So immediately after the shampoo, I'm taking the Mayel Rosemary Mint hair mask, and then I'm gonna style my hair with Curly Magic by Uncle Funky's, and then the Dew Mousse Def. So after you shampoo, you can do or clarify with the Aztec healing clay mask. You can deep condition, or you can put a mask on. I did a mask, and then you can style as usual. This is how my hair came out immediately after washing everything out in detangling. So soft, so smooth. I got my length, I got my volume, and then as I style, I would get my definition. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I will have other videos, so tune in. Unfortunately for this video, I lost the clips of the Uncle Funky's and Mousse Def, so I would definitely have to refilm and then re-edit and then re-upload for y'all. But I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you try this, comment down below if you would try any of these products that I listed in the video, such as the clay mask or the Uncle Funky's or Mousse Def. If you have tried it before, let me know what your thoughts were. Yeah, bye y'all.